Hello everyone. So before this video begins, I just want to give you folks a heads up that I'm going to be doing this review in a different style just for today for Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Believe it or not, this game is actually pretty small and it can be finished pretty quickly, believe it or not. But just because the game can be finished quickly, that doesn't mean I still want to make a review and talk about this game, because there is still some pretty cool things you can do in this game as well. So with this being said, let's get started with this review, and I hope you enjoy. So after several years of the Sly Cooper franchise just remaining in purgatory, where this game is basically never to be heard from, several years later, we are finally able to play the classic titles of Sly Cooper once again, and one of those games is Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Now, I'm going to be honest, when I saw this game available in the PlayStation digital stores for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, I was genuinely surprised to see these classic games come back and giving people who love the Sly Cooper franchise a chance to relive their childhood franchise and one of their favorite childhood games, especially after the disaster of Star Wars Battlefront the Classic Collection. We have Sly Cooper coming in to save the day from basically modern gaming. So the game opens up with you trying to break into police headquarters, and you need to steal a top secret file from Inspector Carmelita Fox, which holds information on not only Sly Cooper, but all the other notorious thieves known as the Fiendish Five, which you will be hunting down through the entire game. And those members of the Fiendish Five are Sir Raleigh the Frog, and then we got the notorious big steroid canine Mugshot, and then we got the infamous necromantic Miss Ruby, and then we got the pyromaniac crazy chunky Panda King, and we got the gigantic robotic flying owl known as Clockwork, who is the leader of the Fiendish Five. As you track down every member of the Fiendish Five, you will also be trying to reclaim what was stolen from you, and that was the legacy book known as the Thievius Raccoonus, which was stolen from Sly Cooper. And as you progress through the levels and you travel through each different area, you will find these clue bottles that are just standing around or hidden within these tinier vaults. And once you find all the clues within one area, you can go to this big vault, and your good friend Bentley can decipher all the codes from the van, and he can help you get into the big vault. And each of these vaults have a page from the Thievius Raccoonus, which can give you unique abilities, such as a dive attack to help you attack enemies, and a roll ability that helps you move faster. And there will be certain points throughout the game where you will encounter a race minigame, where you play as Murray and you race around the track 3 times to get a treasure key to help you progress through the game. And there will also be certain points where Murray will make a run for the key and you gotta defend him on this cannon, or you could be a dick and kill him. And of course, playing this re-release of a game, I have experienced several crashes. Another thing that drives me crazy is the fact that there is no widescreen support, especially playing on the PS4 or the PS5. There's not been any quality of life changes whatsoever to this game, and it's just sad to see that fact that Sony is willing to re-release a game with no quality of life improvements whatsoever. So besides from the widescreen issue driving me nuts, and the crashing issue that does happen very rarely, I was still able to play this game for hours on end, and I was still able to have a good time. It's nice to know that Sony does still acknowledge this franchise to let people know, hey, we haven't completely ignored this franchise yet. We're still aware of it, but however, it is still sad that Sony hasn't bothered with a remaster or a remake to give back to Sly Cooper fans. But fortunately, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus is still a fun game to play. The final score for Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus is a 7 out of 10. It's a fun game to play, but the fact that this game lacks any quality of life changes or improvements, such as a widescreen support, does bring this game down a bit for me. And the fact that this game also has some crashing issues, which is very rare, it does bring the game down a bit as well. This just seems like another copy and paste job that Sony has done. They just did the bare minimum effort and just thrown another game out there. But fortunately, this game is far more stable and it's far more fun to play than some of the other newer modern games we have out there today, especially given the disastrous Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection re-release. I would rather play this game rather than Star Wars Battlefront the Classic Collection. So, with this being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening, and until next time, I will see you all later.